One of the most important things that a guitar player needs to learn is how to play chords. Although we do play melody and leads in guitar, it is still a chordal instrument. It is meant to be an accompaniment instrument for vocalists or other instrumentalists, whether it be a sax player, fiddle player, whatever it might be. Although, like I said, we do often take leads, and the best players can play lead and accompany themselves at the same time, we are responsible for playing a lot of chords. In guitar, there are a few basic chords that a person needs to learn, but once they learn those chords, you have access to thousands of songs. Learn 4 chords and get a capo, the rest is easy. So, the first chord that I want to take a look at is the D chord. Now, this is a very common chord. I play this one quite a lot. This one, D, G, C, and E minor. If you learn those 4 chords, you'd be shocked at how many songs you can play using those 4 chords. So what I want us to do is take a look at how to play this. Take our first finger, put it on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Now, I take my 3rd finger and I put it on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And now my 2nd finger goes on the 2nd fret on the 1st string. For this chord, we're just going to strum from the 4th string down. Right? The trick with this chord is that a lot of people, when they first play it, they lean back too much. And they get that. It's called a dead note. If you have a dead note, that means that the back of your finger is touching the 1st string. So what you need to do is experiment with where your wrist has to sit in order to get you right on your fingertips and get all the notes to sound nice and clean. If you've tried that up for a little while and it's still not happening for you or it's still not working properly for you, here's a really great exercise that I've created to help students learn how to play a D chord. So the first thing you're going to do is just take your 3rd finger and put it where it needs to be for your D chord. So take your 3rd finger, place it on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and what you're going to do is just play your 2nd string and then your 1st string. Make sure both those notes are nice and clean. Just like that. Right? If you're muting it, that just means you got to experiment with how that finger has to sit. Sometimes as well, if you're too close to the nail bed, I'm perfectly on my fingertip here, but because I'm too far down the fretboard, right, I can't get that note to come clean. So just mess around with it, see where it feels comfortable for you. Now, once you master that, take your 2nd finger and put it on the 2nd fret on the 1st string. The goal is when you have your 3rd finger and you get that to come through cleanly, try not to move your 3rd finger, right? So just add that 2nd finger without moving anything. Now we get these 2 notes, right? So experiment with it, play it a couple times, make sure you're maintaining both, right? You're not going like, because it is a chord that needs to be played together. Once you get that, now the final step is just adding that 1st finger. And again, try not to move these fingers, right? You want to keep them as stationary as you can. And there you go. If you put this 1st finger down and then you go back to like, right, just go back a step or back to the beginning. Right? And there you go. I'm also going to show you how to play a G chord because there's 2 ways that I like to play it. So what we do is start on the low end of the guitar. Here we're going to take our 2nd finger, put it on the 3rd fret, 6th string. 1st finger now goes on the 2nd fret, 5th string. Now here is dealer's choice. I often teach students that you can just put your 3rd finger down on the 2nd string because then you have, they refer to as an anchor finger. Watch, I'm not moving this finger at all. But now this comes with a little bit of finesse and attention to detail. If you have this 1st string coming through cleanly, it clashes with the sound of the G chord. So you're actually supposed to intentionally mute that 1st string. Right? If that's too much hassle for you, and what most people show when they first teach a G chord is that you put your 3rd finger right on the 1st string. Right? That's a totally acceptable G chord. I still play that sometimes. Generally I play this one, but there are times where I'm playing this instead. The only thing is that now my third finger needs to move back. Right? You might find that right off the bat, you can't switch to the chords very quickly. Or when you go to practice it, you play 4 D chords, you play 4 G chords, I practiced it, and you're done. But you're still struggling to switch from one chord to the other. This exercise is designed to help you get to those changes a little bit quicker. The other thing that's really great about this exercise is, say you practiced 4 Ds, 4 Gs one time, or maybe 4 times. That's a total of 16 Ds, 16 Gs, right? Versus even if you play a song, say you play What I Got by Sublime. It's like 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes long that you're just going between those two chords, right? So this helps it helps you train these more, you're practicing them more, you're switching more, and it also gives a bit of a purpose. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a reason why we're doing all this stuff. So how this exercise works, I call it subtracting beats. And what you're going to do is you're going to start out by doing 4 strums, let's say on the D chord to start, and then you're going to take a break for 4 beats and then go into a G chord. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now G, 2, 3, 4. What's really important is that you're using all 4 beats and you're not holding the note. You're just playing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're resting. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Good. Once this begins to feel a little bit more comfortable, you can start pushing the speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So once you get this with 4 strums, 4 beats of rest, all you want to do is subtract a beat. So now do it 3 strums, 3 beats of rest, but also slow it back down again. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So on and so forth. Practice that as much as you can. The goal is to get it so you can do 4 strums, no rest. And just have fun with it. And don't worry, if one day, one practice session, you get to 2 strums, 2 beats of rest, and it feels really good, and then you come back the next day or the day after, and it feels a little loose the first time you play it, just go back a beat. Go 3 strums, 3 rest. Even do 4. Get comfortable with it, and then once you feel comfortable, then you push the speed. But again, the end goal is 4 strums, no rest. And once you get that, then we can add in other chords, and then we can add rhythm to our playing. In the meantime, stay loud.